Here's a bold statement. Starbucks, the coffee giant we all know and love, is facing a major shakeup. But here's where it gets controversial. While the company is closing hundreds of stores and laying off nearly 2,000 employees, it's also planning to remodel over 1,000 locations and reintroduce cozy touches like self-serve milk stations. Is this a desperate move or a strategic pivot? Let's dive in a dramatic bid to revive its struggling business. Starbucks CEO Brian Niccol announced Thursday that the company will close approximately 1% of its North American stores this month. That's hundreds of locations out of the 18,734 it had at the end of June, leaving it with 18,300 by the end of September. And this is the part most people miss. These closures aren't just about underperformance. Niccol explained in a letter to employees that the affected stores were either unable to meet customer expectations or lacked a clear path to financial success. This isn't your typical store culling. It's a $1 billion restructuring effort aimed at reshaping the company's future. Despite the closures, Starbucks isn't hitting the brakes entirely. The company plans to return to growth mode, focusing on creating a warmer, more inviting atmosphere in its remaining stores. Think cozier chairs, more power outlets, and a color palette that feels like a hug. But it's not all about aesthetics. Starbucks is also revamping its menu, introducing protein toppings, coconut water, and fresh-baked goods like croissants. Even the coffee cups are getting a personal touch with doodles. And the company has rebranded itself as Starbucks Coffee Company to double down on its coffee heritage. Here's the controversial part. While these changes aim to modernize the brand, they've sparked tension with some baristas. New uniform policies led to a lawsuit, and overly complicated drink recipes are causing stress during peak hours. Add to that the 900 corporate layoffs announced this week, on top of the 1,000 cuts in February, and it's clear that Starbucks is walking a tightrope between innovation and disruption. Affected employees will receive severance packages, but the emotional toll on staff and their families is undeniable. Niccol, who joined Starbucks a year ago, has been aggressive in his turnaround efforts. He slashed the menu by 30% to streamline operations, while introducing trendy items to keep the brand relevant. Yet the financial results haven't materialized. The stock is down 12% and sales remain sluggish. Is Starbucks biting off more than it can chew, or is this the bold reinvention it needs? As the company closes out its fiscal year next week, one thing is certain. Starbucks is at a crossroads. Will these changes deepen its impact on communities, as Niccol hopes, or will they alienate the very customers and employees who've made it a global icon? That's the billion-dollar question. What do you think? Are Starbucks moves a necessary evil or a step too far? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.